Attention all fans of CSE who refer to themselves as atheists, agnostics, Pastafarians, enlightened ones, smarts, brights, intellectuals, and an assortment of other things in an attempt to cover up what the Bible calls foolishness.
This sounds vaguely like the atheists know that God exists and that it's the God of the Bible argument. Here's an idea. Maybe we think we're smarter than you.
I have to say, you gotta make me laugh every time I read your comments on the fan page. How is it that those who believe there is no purpose in life consider it their purpose to defend the non-absolute, subjective proposal that there is no purpose to this life?
The reason I post video responses to your stuff, Eric, is not because I want everyone to think as I do, but because I simply can't stand the disinformation you put out. I'd like to read my statement on my YouTube page, as it sums up my position fairly well. I deeply fear what could have happened at the Dover trial had the ID proponents won. The very idea of producing evidence and actually testing ideas to see if they stand up to reality could have been lost. This is the crowning achievement of mankind, the ability to reach beyond our biologically given perceptions of the universe and into the subatomic and the far reaches of space, and even back in time before we even existed. We have come so far in a mere 5,000 some years of human society. We've increased the quality of life to the point where less than 2% of the population can grow enough food to feed everyone, and where parents need not worry about their small child's life whenever he or she gets an ear infection. Fundamentalist religious groups' core desire is to bring us back into the literal and metaphorical Dark Ages in order to placate themselves, all the while reaping the benefits of what modern science has given them. I will not allow society to pull its very foundation out from under its feet. I won't let proponents of baseless superstitions destroy all that we have achieved using false premises and disinformation to sway public opinion. Cleaning the poison out of the well of knowledge and even refilling it from time to time in the hopes of bettering society for the future is as close to a true purpose in one's life as a person like me can get.
Speaking of swearing, I would love to recommend that people go check out your videos.
Sure you would.
Where you stand fast on the subjective absolute standard that there are no absolutes.
As I already explained, I'm not for me, I'm against you.
I have to say, your idea that creationists are just these God of the gaps people who don't want to think for themselves is utterly absurd.
I don't think you guys just say, oh well, God did it every time you can't explain something. I think what you guys are actually trying to do is prove that science supports the biblical account of history. The reason I'm here is to make people aware of why you're wrong.
You see, not only is God the God of the gaps, He's the God of everything. When we say God did it, it is because He really did.
Yes, we understand that you really do believe that God did it, but it's an intellectual cop-out saying, oh, it's just magic. Even if you seriously do believe it was magic, that doesn't mean that it is magic or that it isn't an intellectual dead end.
Not only did He do the stuff we know about, He did the stuff that we don't know about. He even did the stuff that we don't know about.
Oh, I've got it.
What?
I've figured out everything.
Huh?
I've got the answer to everything.
What are you talking about?
Well, look. Who made your bow and arrows?
Me? Why?
So you know who made them, huh?
Yeah.
Right. And who made your house?
My dad built it.
Yeah, see? Things like that, we know who made it, don't we?
What are you talking about?
But okay, get this. Who made the mountains? Who made the sun?
Well, we don't know.
Exactly. But I just discovered who made them.
What do you mean you discovered? Nobody knows who made things like that.
Man, this is going to blow your mind. You ready? It was the thing that made the things for which there is no known maker. The thing that made the things for which there is no known maker made the mountains and the sun.
So you mean that rather than just saying we don't know who made the things that we can't explain, you want to just credit it to that thing as if that's gonna...
See, it all fits, doesn't it? See, they had to be made by someone. It just fits. The thing that made the things for which there is no known maker made them.
Well, actually, yeah, you're right. Wow, that fits perfectly, man.
Now, let me get to the heart of the matter for today. Whatever your thoughts are on the evidence presented here, you have one glaring problem. You are opposing yourself. You speak of evidence and science. However, in an atheistic worldview, you cannot account for the basic preconditions of intelligibility.
Such as?
You can never give me the why when I ask, why is there uniformity of nature?
I can't say I quite understand what you mean by uniformity of nature. Do you mean how, for example, all vertebrates have the same basic skeletal layout, or that everything is made up of cells? That's explained by evolution. However, if you're talking about laws of nature, we don't know. Is that such a big deal? Stephen Hawking and other people like him are trying to come up with a theory of everything, which would essentially be a done deal if we could unite quantum theory and relativity.
Or why are the laws of mathematics universal?
Because they are derived from the universe, which I will explain in just a second. However, answering this question is not necessary to declaring that there is no evidence for any particular God.
Or why are the laws of mathematics immaterial?
Because they are merely quantifications of observations of the uniformity of nature. In other words, they're an idea. I can show you 2 quarters, I can show you 2 pennies, but I can't show you what 2 is, because 2 is simply a way we quantify individual items. Again, it's an idea.
And unchanging.
Because they are merely quantifications of what we observe in nature, which, as you said, is uniform.
Why are we here?
There are 2 ways to interpret this question. One is, what is the reason we are here, which is synonymous with what caused us to be here. The answer is, we don't know. But I'm assuming this is not the question you want me to answer. You want me to answer, what is the purpose of our existence? To that extent, my answer would be there is no ultimate cosmic purpose that the universe wants us to fulfill. And just because a question can be phrased in proper English does not mean that it's an intelligible question. For example, I could ask you, why are unicorns hollow? Ha! Your worldview has no answer, other than there are no unicorns to begin with.